Welcome to Two Sisters Podcast with your hosts, Kristy and Melissa, who are real sisters bringing you real talk about life and faith through humor, insight, and community. Now, let's get into this week's episode.
What's up, everybody? It's Melissa
and Kristy,
and welcome to Two Sisters Podcast. So, today's title is What Leads to Situationships? And I feel like as a woman, we definitely, and men, I feel like everyone has now and again maybe ended up in a situationship, rather they intended to or not.
They tripped into it, Melissa.
They did. They fumbled around and just found themselves in that situationship instead of a relationship. And I guess part of our conversation today is how once you tripped and found yourself there, you stay. Now that's when it becomes what? Okay, why? Who, what, when, where, and why? Okay.
What led to this?
What led
to me
why
being here?
Am I staying here like this and for this? So yeah, we want to talk about some things.
That's not the question. It's what led to
situationships. Okay.
Not what made you stay. Now that's a whole other podcast. That's part 2.
Well, part of it is like the reasons why some of the reasons why we're suggesting
you into it, and then why you stay in it it could be very different. It could be a part 2.
Part 2, part 3, and 4 and 5, whatever. I'm saying we might touch on some things. To me, those are questions you should ask yourself. If you found yourself there and you continue to stay, why? Why are you staying?
Okay.
All right. See, this is why we have two different opinions. All right. Well, so anywho, what leads to situationship? So we have some ideas, some different things, especially being women. For me, just being in my 40s, I have found myself in situationships. Some of them on my own terms. Well, not some. It's not like I had a lot of them. But the point is that I have actually been the one that actually started it. So I have some ideas as to what can lead you to them. Okay. So my very first thing is that some of the reasons I feel like is lack of self-worth. And that is a whole that in itself could be a podcast. Lack of self-worth. And then, just the fear of. So fear of being alone, fear of commitment, fear of, I don't know, whatever your fear is.
Well, I want to hear more about.
Oh, I am. I'm
self-worth.
Yeah, I'm just giving bullet points right now.
But let me let you do your
Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so lack of self-worth, fear of commitment, and then all of that will, to me, begin this internal struggle. You know what I mean? Like, just this internal, like, I want this, but I deserve this, and I'm settling for this, or whatever that is. So those are 3 main things to me that begins that process that leads to desperation. And then to me, like, almost the bottom line of it is desperation, out of desperation, especially for women. I'm a woman. I'm speaking from a woman's perspective here. So it leads to desperation. And then that's kind of what leads you into this situationship. So now, ma'am, sister, I'm going to go back to one of the 3 bullet points. Lack of self-worth. Well, you don't have anything to say so far, do you?
The only thought I had is, we already probably lost some people because anyone never wants to admit that they've acted in desperation. Like, you try your best to not say you were desperate at any point in time when you were dealing with your relationships. So it's kind of like a mental block. I feel like we have to shatter just to get them to self-evaluate to say, hey, you know, I have had some very desperate moments that has gotten me possibly, you know, in some shady situations, and that being a situationship.
Mm-hmm. So again, that's why I gave some bullet points that would lead to what that really boils down to. Because at the end of the day, when you are trying to better yourself, or when you when you are in situations, okay, when a situation arises and you find yourself in these situations, okay, then you do have to do some self-reflection and self-evaluation. It's not all about the other person. At the end of the day, you have to realize and be accountable for what you did to play a part in where you are, period. Okay, so yeah, like I understand that it may be hard. It may be, you know, the truth hurts. And healing.
That's why we're here. We're gonna help.
Exactly, and that's what it. At the end of the day, for me, the whole reason why I do this is to talk about the hard things to be talked about. Okay, everything I do specifically is about self-love. So at the end of the day, if you are trying to better yourself, be a better human being, period, and just, you know, wanting better for yourselves and a better life, then you have to do what's necessary to make the necessary changes, the subtle things and the big things and the subtle things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so these things will change the habits that you've been doing, which apparently ain't working. If you ending up on your back in situationships where people are not even claiming you. Okay, that's the first clue. You're not being claimed. But okay, let me not go off. But those are the different things you need to do. You need to change the things that you are doing and saying, and the way that you are thinking about yourself. So that leads me circling back to lack of self-worth. The key and operative word here is self. You need to respect yourself, your body, your mind, your emotions, and what you think or your thoughts, they should matter. What you have to say should matter. How you feel should matter. You know, all those different things should matter. You have to value yourself. And if you're not valuing yourself, then why should he value you? Yes, as a human being, we should be kind to one another. We should respect one another. But again, you first have to value yourself, respect yourself, because if you do, then you're not going to allow other people to disrespect you. That's such a big deal now, and especially, I don't know, like the verbiage is so different now, but it's like, oh, my respect, you gonna respect me. Oh, I'm savage. If she come for me, I'm gonna clap back, and all these other different just whatever
disrespectfulness.
Yeah, like you consider other people disrespecting you, but ma'am, are you respecting yourselves? Are you putting your own self in a situation that basically tells or sends signals that you can be disrespected? So the first place to look and to evaluate is you, period. What are you doing? What are you saying? What are you allowing? And even for yourself, what are you doing that's putting you in these spots, in these situations, in these tough places that you don't really want to be in? So one of the examples is that doing something you don't really want to do, going somewhere you don't really want to go, you know, accepting something you don't really want, when you want to say no, but you say yes, and then you do it, and then you're resentful. That type of thing. You was putting the mic to your mouth. What you had to say? Huh? Nothing? Okay. Yeah, so that's just some suggestions as to that can clue you in on that you may want to not just take the pride down a little bit, check the ego at the door a bit, and just humble down and be transparent with your own self. And like, hey, I might be doing some things here that I don't really want to do, that I'm just doing out of just wanting some heat, okay, at night, basically, okay? And then there's the fear of. So fear of. Fear of. So fear can lead to a plethora of different things. Excuse me. Like I said, fear of being alone. I hear that a lot with my clients. So just not wanting to be alone, not wanting to, fear of starting over from scratch and not wanting to just go out there and get something new. The fact that they already know, just being familiar with someone, like just fear of, getting rid of somebody that don't really mean you no good, or that's not, that's not right for you. And you're just miserable, just straight up miserable and toxic, just toxic. Okay. So just fear of, and then, just fear of, letting go, letting it go. And then
letting what go?
The relationship that
ain't no relationship.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, yeah, the situationship, whatever, like whatever that is that you ain't happy in. And that other thing to me too is another clear sign is that when you don't feel like you are just respected just as a human being. I mean, if you get knocked upside the head, if you've been talked to, you've been cussed out, you've been, calling your every name but your legal name that your parents gave you on your birth certificate, like just the fact that they don't talk to you like you are a human being. Okay. Internal struggle. So to me, that's when you start to struggle within yourself. Like, it's like, okay, I know that, and that's the thing too, especially with women, I know for sure, we really try to love you to love you so much that you want to love us back. You know what I'm saying? Like we're hungry for affection. We are hungry for you to basically validate us. And I also think that's why some women stay in these situationships, because it's like they see the potential in the relationship. Plus, like I said, they've done all this work. They don't want they think they don't want no other woman to have what they've already done to put this work in this man.
They don't want to give another woman the benefits of their hard toil.
They hard toil, exactly. So I feel like that is another huge reason I get, or she ain't getting what I done put into. I done did all this work. Woo. Okay, well, ma'am, what work did you really do? Because he is not respecting you. He's not respecting you. He doesn't care. He is doing what he wants to do, and you are allowing it, period. And that's the hard thing to realize and to accept and face. You are the one that is allowing it to happen. You do not require him to respect you. You're not even requiring yourself to. So why should he? Why would he? Men are only going to do what you allow them to do, period. And that's with anybody. And so, again, to me, those are three of the things that I believe leads to the desperation part. Because again, you don't want to be alone. You're afraid to let it go. You don't put too much work in. You done did all this hard work. You don't want to be by yourself. You feeling some kind of way. You need to satisfy that itch, whatever it is. Okay, it leads to the desperation of you going into a situationship with a man who's not claiming you, who's not putting time into you. He's not investing the same effort that you putting into him. He's not investing that same effort into you, and he's not claiming you. He's not claiming you, and you are accepting to be in this relationship that's not that I don't want to say real, but it's not a normal, healthy, mutually beneficial,
that's the whole point.
Reciprocated relationship.
It's a figment of your imagination.
Okay, well, she said it,
and I guess I'll let her. Melissa's imagination, what she chose, It's a figment of my imagination, like it's happened to all of us. Sometimes we chose it when we were in that space. And then sometimes we wake up months down the line, weeks down the line, years down the line, and this particular individual has not said, this is my woman. I am exclusively dating you. Right? Or even to the point where they will say, oh, well, I'm not dating anybody else. I'm only dating you. I'm only sleeping with you. Okay. But yet,
right,
you still don't want to put a label on it. Right. So what are the reasons why you would not want to put a label on it? Well, I've heard, right, and it happens to me and my clients, where you get the, oh, I'm emotionally unavailable, right? A dude to tell you, it's like the buzz term, I'm emotionally unavailable. And that's really, like when I heard it, at the time I was grown, and it ticked me off. Like I shut down the entire situationship. Oh yeah, you not emotionally available. Oh yeah,
but you physically
really okay, but you want to give me your body parts,
right?
All of them, quite frequently, if you had your choice, right? You want me to come off this pocketbook. Right.
Yeah.
Right. You want me to come off of these airline points and these hotel points. Right. You want to go somewhere with me on a trip. Right. You want to literally come up off these clean sheets. Right. Use this hot water. Right. Use these double ovens.
Right.
Sir. Sir. You want to use this nice air conditioner or heat? Okay, this feather blanket.
the duvet.
Huh? What? You want to use this Sub-Zero freezer? Listen, don't play with me.
Right.
And so that's what it ticked me off so much. I blinked like, oh, wait, what?
But that was your wake up call.
Because
you're
not only are you available for everything else. But you literally, that statement showed me, and what I communicate to many clients, that statement showed me that I'm clearly giving you way more than you are giving me, sir.
Same efforts.
Right? Right? And then you get but I'm trying. I've had my heart broken. And let's just take it slow.
How slow? 7 years slow?
Homie. Take it slow. Oh, so now you want to take it slow? You want to take it slow with the label. Again, you ain't want to take it slow by hopping in the shower. Using my hot water and these Tarjay towels.
Not Tarjay.
The fluffy kind. Okay, like, sir. You ain't want to take it slow when I'm making flights. You making flights, sir. I'm sorry, sir. What part of we need to take this slow? Only the label part?
Right. Say that again.
Else, only the label part.
Only.
Because everything else has not been taken slow. You didn't wait to ask me for the cookies.
Right.
You didn't take that slow. I don't care if it took you 6 months, 7 months, 8 months to get it. I don't care.
Right.
Eventually, you got it. So, what we taking slow now? Oh, the label of calling me your woman. Ladies and gentlemen. As grown people and any teens out there about to be grown, okay? Listen. What we need to do, for real, is stop letting people give us the BS right to our face. Or ear to ear, we on the phone. FaceTime, whatever. Let's just call them out. Like, why are we not calling out? Like, when somebody repeats something crazy to you, like, I'm emotionally unavailable, but then literally ate up all your groceries. Literally. Okay. Or Netflix to chill with you, because I don't know if that's still a thing, but whatever. how they gonna come out their face to you and tell you I am emotionally available? Then you blink and say, no, you're not. Because you've given me all of this here.
Mm-hmm.
And you want all of... Now, if I was to act cold towards you, mister, and I wasn't giving you no affection, and I was very silent, and, you know, and then you came to me, what you gonna say? You gonna say, what's wrong?
Yep. That's the first thing.
Why you acting like that? Oh, I'm acting... What do you mean? Acting like you?
That's the first thing they ask. What's wrong?
Say, oh, I'm sorry. Let's talk about this. Yeah. So I decided I'm emotionally unavailable to you. Listen, you don't have to stand for these shenanigans. And on the flip side, I want to say, let's get off that because I could be up here for a long time. Right? Yes, I can. Like another thing, this is totally off to the left, but I feel like this is part of it, kind of, sort of.
Okay, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
All right.
Okay, another thing I get from clients, and well, I shut it down, so it didn't quite come my way. But you get the whole, we can't get married, or I'm not ready for that big step because I'm not financially in a place where,
oh boy,
where I could really take care of us. The financial BS. And let me tell you what has always been for me. And what I've always said to any man I really haven't had it necessarily come my way. But my thought process has always been, so if we're in this relationship and we're going to McDonald's together, or we're going to Aldi, or we're going to wherever to grocery shop, we're going to the farmer's market, wherever we're going, or we're going to Whole Foods, wherever, either the bougie place, the discount place, you name it, whatever. If we're shopping at Target, as opposed to, I don't know, Lord and Taylor or whatever the bougie place is, Benoit. Tell me right, because see, that's how you know. That's how you know I ain't never really shopped there. Okay, she brought me. That used to be her favorite store. I'm like, what is this? Okay, whatever that is. Okay. The point is, if we're doing all this together and we're shopping and we're living and, on whatever financial level you're on, then guess what, mister? We're already doing it.
Exactly.
On your financial level.
Yep.
So, no, that is a whole bunch of crap. Do you understand me?
Do you understand?
Do you understand me? Because we are making life together right now. Live.
Ooh, say that again.
We are doing life right now live. We're making life together right now live. Okay? Hot off the presses. Second by second. We're together. We driving in this car. We didn't put gas in it, right? Whatever your paycheck is or lack thereof, we're still living this life together in your current financial situation. So don't give me, I need to make more money so that I can be better stable financially so that then I'll marry you. Lies. For the most part. Now, there are a few exceptions, but again, we're not talking about the exception to the rule, people.
Sure not.
So, please, blink when somebody tells you that and tell them they're full of it. Okay? Their character is what their character is. If we're struggling, we already struggling together. And when we're not struggling together. Right? If you've been with somebody for a decent amount of time, they've gone through numerous jobs. Right? Numerous health. Right? Like things happen. So if you've been there through that all, can't nobody come back at you and talk about when my health gets better, when my finances get better. Now, if they tell you they gotta go to therapy, okay, listen, let them go to therapy. You understand me? Let them go to therapy, and you might want to go to therapy too. And hey. Now that's when you like, okay, cool, please. Okay, don't tell them they full of BS. Let them go.
Let them go.
There are some people in this world, and we all know that need therapy. They don't get therapy, and
mental illness is exhibited
through their life and their actions and how they treat you. Now, I want to go off to a sidebar.
Yeah, okay.
We've been talking about like all of the fight for your rights type of reasons where you need to stand up for your rights, but there's also the fear of commitment. I feel like, generally speaking, I've worked with clients that they've just gotten out of really rough relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And they come out their relationship like, ooh, battle scars, right?
Yeah.
And they say, hey, I wasn't looking for nothing too serious.
Right.
For men and women. And then that is another reason that leads to situationships, because you're like, I'm really trying to just,
get that piece of meat.
Get it in, and then keep it real light. Because, see, we're not even doing what a real situationship is. The point of a situationship is to keep it light. It's not light. It be whole relationships.
Because your feelings get all...
The activities involved,
right.
The behavior involved,
the emotions,
is relationship.
Yep.
But, if you gonna be in a situationship, then be in it to the true definition of the word and keep it light.
Just don't.
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 Okay.
Just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. So there is that where women and men are both battle scarred, and they're just like, look, I need something light. And, I am really just exclusive with you, but I ain't really trying to lock it down because I just came out of a situation. Like, I just need to be free.
Yeah, that's definitely how it starts.
And then, we can parentheses this with friends with benefits.
Oh, boy.
Right? Kind of the same thing. Like, come on now. Now, in friends with benefits, I feel like it's worse. Because
it's the same.
But the label is worse because...
But it's the same.
Because that's when it comes in with the emotional part where you feel like you can steal...
It's the same.
I know, but I'm just telling you what the label implies, that this man really think he is your friend. Like, he's willing to say, I'm your friend. That means you want me to be there for you emotionally at all kinds of times in the morning. Every time you have a bad day, you call me and I get you straight.
Which is a situationship.
But the friends with benefits is like they feel excused. Okay, and let me have my say now. They feel excused to get deeper with you emotionally and to take more emotionally because it's in the guise of the friendship label.
Again, it's her that allowed it.
Right? So in their mind, they're like, oh, but we friends. So ain't we friends?
I don't even know if I can see. That's another kind of thing for me too. Sleeping with my of a real friend. I don't even know if I can get intimate with a real friend.
No. It don't be no real friend.
Exactly.
It'd be a man that's dating you.
That's attracted to you.
That's attracted to you. And then, y'all share probably more emotionally. And then that's his friends with benefits.
So it's a soul tie.
Right? Well, they're all soul ties. There's no separation.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead. Just keep going.
Why is she trying to get me started out here, people? Why is she trying to get me started out here?
Keep going.
So there's the fear of commitment, right? That Melissa touched on, a fear of whatever. Yeah. But the fear of commitment comes into play when you just been battle scarred out and you're just like, listen, I don't want to make the wrong decision again. Okay. I just need something light and easy. I don't want to be alone.
Which is why you should heal first.
Right,
but go ahead.
Of course. So you get something quote unquote light. And then obviously, right, more than not, somebody ends up catching more feelings.
Exactly. It always ends that way.
Calling me a Melissa. Look at here. Right? But it could be avoided. And so that's just the starter of what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Also, that can also be labeled like you want an emotional break, right? That last relationship was so tough on you, really weighed heavy on your emotions. So this situationship in your mind is like, oh, I'm going to take an emotional break. Just gonna take an emotional break,
but you're setting yourself up.
Keep it light, those are some reasons. And then ultimately, guys, the real deal, and I think it's like number 2, 3 real deal. I just said,
right, 3
is we're only accepting this in our society in America. I don't live in another country currently, so this is all I know. So we accept it as normal, as okay. As there's nothing wrong with it. Situationship would not even be a word if it was not normalized.
Right.
If we weren't conditioned and socialized and beat into us everywhere we look. From movies when we were younger to now, it's all the same thing.
Movies,
right?
Books.
It's all the same thing, that situationships, like relationships, romantic relationships without a commitment is okay on either party. We're just having fun, especially in your teens and your college years and your early 20s. Oh, just go, don't settle down, just go out there and have fun and just be free and And then you condition yourself. By the time you get 30 or 40 or beyond, you're still in that same mental space, which ultimately comes down to a maturity issue.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
Can we grow up?
Can we?
All right, let's wrap this on up.
Go ahead and wrap it up.
That's a wrap.
All right.
Can we grow up?
Can we grow up? Comes down to maturity in relationships, because at the end of the day, you are in one. And the not having a label or not giving you the label when you, like she said, you already
using the double ovens.
We are already making life together right now, live. Okay, you are living it live right now. So it is about maturity. It is about it's self-discipline too, but it definitely is emotional maturity and just maturity, period. And ladies, again, it's what you allow. It's what you allow, is what you accept. So at the end of the day, just take the time to look at yourself and just ask yourself, what is leading you to this? What is keeping you there? Once you realize what is keeping you there, especially if you want, what I've decided and learned is that if it's not going in the direction of my goal, what it is, the end result that I want, there's no need to entertain it. So if you really want a real relationship where you are exclusive, okay, to me means married, because anyway. All right. If you want that relationship, you want to be married or whatever, you want to have a family, okay, then why entertain anything outside of what's going to lead you to that? And so, yeah, if you find yourself entangled in a situationship or whatever, and it's not working for you, if you are miserable, if you are doubting, if you are feeling whatever, if it's not right, get out of it. What is making you stay there? You find out what led you there, and then you heal. Do the necessary work to heal. That is a decision that you have to make, and only you can make. So it's up to you to do what's necessary to get what you want. And that means doing the work to get it. And it's the bottom line. You're going to have to do work. It's not going to just be you. If you put yourself emotionally out there, you're going to feel the emotion. So just go through and press through healing from it. Just get through it so you can get to the other side of what you deserve and what you want. So stop entertaining things that ain't leading you to what you really desire, your heart desire. And then stop acting like you ain't put yourself there, or you allowed yourself to be there, and you don't allow yourself to stay there. Now, Keisha, if you want to, Kristy, if you want to, soften that up, okay?
I do not.
Okay, yeah. So that's what it is. It's you, period. You, at the end of the day, is responsible for you. Okay? Your behavior, your actions, and your decisions. So it's time for you to be mature, do the healing, do the work, and then change your situation that you don't want to be in no more. But that's it. That's all we got to say for today. We love you guys. We thank you all for your support. Again, we are our website is twosisterspodcast.net, and our app is Two Sisters Podcast, and we're on all major podcast stations. All right. So see you next time.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Sisters Podcast, where we hope to encourage you on your journey of transformation and healing while having fun along the way. Follow us on IG and Twitter. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. It's available on all major podcast providers. Just search for Two Sisters Podcast. Till next time.